everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rubber and Chrome. Today I've got the 93 Sportster up on the lift. As you can see, it is completely torn down. We are just kind of mocking up the tins at this point. In order for us to move forward, we are making some steps to get things powder coated. Things like the primary cover, the swing arm, the fork lowers. We were going to powder coat the triple trees as well. However, we have decided to go with Pro 1's triple trees for the 39mm front end. That will be a great install. That'll be a fun project. Yeah, so some of our ideas for the Sportster are kind of a performance chopper. A lot like what you're seeing today with people building FXR choppers. More of that performance style is kind of what I'm going for. What I love in a bike is to be able to rip around curves, not necessarily to go fast in a straight line. I do love power, but I'm not a crotch rocket guy. I've always been a cruiser guy. I like cruising slower, but carving more in the curves, carving the canyons. So this is going to be a ripper, a canyon ripper. And we hope to ride this bike not only to Sturgis next year, but also to Bourne Free next year. We're planning to ride the Ironhead to the Biker Build-Off reveal for the YouTube Biker Build-Off between Cruzy and Thrash and Supply. We have some plans for this bike to be in some shows as well. So yeah, we're tidying up kind of the angles of the suspension and everything that we want to get ordered. We are getting some things to sandblast and powder coat. And yeah, we'd love to show you guys all the progress along the way, obviously. That's why we're filming all of this. So yeah, stay tuned on the 93 Sportster. This is a Evo Sportster. So yeah, it's going to be a great project. As far as the Ironhead, a little update on the Ironhead. She is off the lift, obviously. She is outside. We are experiencing a few issues with a clutch adjustment. The original engine that was blown in the bike had a blown up piston in the front cylinder, was completely blow-bying, causing no compression. So instead of rebuilding the top end, the bottom end had a lot of free play in the connecting rods due to probably some non-existent rod bearings, let's be honest. So instead of tearing down that entire motor, which is currently behind us, we decided to buy one. So we bought a used engine with 19,000 miles on it and did a complete engine swap. And unfortunately, I don't think we filmed a whole lot of that. We promoted it a lot on social media, so hit us up on Instagram at Rubber and Chrome, TikTok at Rubber and Chrome. The old engine had a hydraulic clutch put on. That is not stock from Harley. They had a bung that screwed into the clutch adjustment cover that allowed a hydraulic brake line to a Performance Machine hydraulic clutch lever. So we're going to try to install that on this new engine that came with a cable clutch, and the cable clutch is giving us every problem imaginable. I've rewatched video after video on YouTube of how to get this clutch adjustment right, how to not do it wrong. I've continuously gotten it wrong. Then once figured out the trick to getting it right, I now have to do it every time I want to ride the bike. I will get 2 blocks down the road and the adjustment will have slipped back out. No matter how tight I get lock nuts, no matter anything. The cable itself is sliding back and forth somehow, and completely messing up my clutch adjustment. So that's very frustrating right now because we could be riding that motor, or motorcycle. The motor runs. The engine loves running. The only other thing is a gas leak at the fuel inlet on the carburetor. That O-ring inside typically goes bad when a bike's been sitting like that, dry. So we should have changed that, and we didn't. So we will now. As far as any more updates, we are going to be going to a lithium battery. Noco lithium. They are way lighter or way smaller. Have been looking into anti-gravity as well. There is an oil tank for this Sportster. If I choose to cut all of the electronics out of the center of, or the electronics brackets, excuse me, the battery bracket, the ECU bracket, all of that. If I choose to cut all that out, there is an oil tank that I just saw on Rusty Butcher's channel that fits an anti-gravity battery inside of your oil tank, and it's a chopper style mounted oil tank that he ran. So I'm also looking into that. I think that would clean up a lot of the rear, kind of make it look more like a chopper anyways, with a chopper style tank, and obviously chopping up the frame then. I don't plan on hardtailing this. I would love to eventually hardtail something. Yeah, I don't have money for a hardtail kit in the budget. So this is going to be a swing arm chopper for at least the foreseeable future. But hey, that's my style. I want it to be a really high and tight Frisco style esque performance chopper. We are going spokes on this bike. We are going black powder coated rims with chrome spokes on this bike. I'll be sure to grab some B-roll of some of this for you guys. Yeah, and as far as the iron head goes, we will get some footage of installing that hydraulic clutch. So when it comes to updates, Instagram is the quickest. That's our most to-date updates. YouTube videos right now with me working on something and filming it and then editing it and posting it all myself. Videos are typically 3 to 4 weeks behind what has happened. So like y'all may have just seen the video of me figuring out the iron head had no spark. In this video, I'm saying that it's running. I don't really have any in-between footage to show you guys what I figured out, so I'm gonna walk through on the next Ironhead episode what I found out, and yeah, I will show you guys my complete stupidity. Luckily now it has all new ignition parts. Did it need them? Probably not, but you know, with a 83 motorcycle that's 42 years old, it needed them anyway. I mean, let's face it. So now nothing else can go wrong with the ignition now that everything's replaced and wired correctly. That's important. So that's just a little update from the shop today. Another thing is, y'all may have seen in one video, was all about Tonkawa Falls. If you're new here, my first video was all about us going and jumping cliffs at Tonkawa Falls. Really, that's not really what this channel's aimed for. This channel's aimed for doing things on motorcycles, promoting the brand Rubber and Chrome, promoting our local shops around Waco, Texas, Jim's Cycle Shop, Hella Bad Choppers, anybody we can support local in the Waco area, we'd love to do so. That's what our channel is more going to be focused towards. The Tonkawa Falls episodes, and you'll see in future episodes some fishing, some swimming, some free diving, some cliff jumping. Those are kind of just us enjoying summer. We live in Texas, it's hot, so bear with us. If that's not really your gig, we'll get back to working on and riding on motorcycles. We just enjoy summer around here sometimes, and so we'll definitely have some lakeside barbecues, some bonfires here coming in the fall too, and you know, so we just love sharing it with you guys, and that's really what it comes down to. Thank you guys for all the likes and subscribes. So hopefully this video continues to push forward and get to the right audience. The algorithm is really hard, so that's another reason we're kind of trying to stay focused on motorcycles too, is to stay within a niche. If you spread yourself on YouTube all over the place, they kind of don't know what to do with you and where to put you. Thank you guys, and sorry for the rant, but glad to update you guys with where we're at in the shop. Stay tuned for next week. Give us a like down below, hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified of next week's episode. See you guys next week. Peace.